One of the biggest debates that's been going on since the Onigashima raid has started is whether or not Yamato is going to be joining the Strawhats after the raid is over, or are we going to see Momo joining as an apprentice, and pretty much gauging, besides Jinbei, who is going to be the new Straw Hat member that's officially going to join out of the Wano arc. And beforehand, I was totally against Yamato joining, just because, and it wasn't a fact of anything against her character, it was just more so the fact of I thought she was going to stay and receive the VV treatment. But doing some deep diving into my own thoughts, I believe that is going to change now. If you guys want to know why this is going to change, I'm going to need you to go down and hit that like button, as well as subscribe to the channel, so that way you can unveil the secrets on why I believe Yamato is going to be joining the Straw Hats. But with all that being said, make sure to grab your drinks, get comfortable, and top into this video. As I said before, we all believed that Yamato was going to be joining the Straw Hats after the Wano arc has concluded, and she was going to be the Straw Hat member to join them. And there's been a lot of arguments for both of those, whether for her to join and for those for her not to join. And at first I believed that she wasn't going to join, to be honest, and I had a full thing mapped out just because of the fact that I was thinking she was going to get something similar to the VV treatment, like I said earlier, where when we were done with Alabasta and they were freed over there, Vivi was saying that she wanted to go out to the seas and become a pirate and join the Straw Hat crew. And they said that she had other things that she needed to take care of, which was staying back in her kingdom and taking care of that, and that was her place, and she wasn't necessarily really ready to be a pirate or meant to be a pirate. She had other things to fulfill in her roles, and I was thinking of applying that same idea to Yamato, because before the recent things that came out with chapter 1021, we saw that if anything, Yamato would have the raw power to kind of defend Wano off for a good while, or in total, because currently she's standing toe-to-toe with Kaido in hybrid form. That's a feat in itself that not a lot of people can do. And granted, I think Odin had the potential to push Kaido to hybrid. However, I don't think that he would have won afterwards. Yamato is going toe-to-toe with Kaido right now and fighting a good fight, and she's been doing this for a good amount of years, so she has experience in this. But with that, she's also been able to train herself a lot to become stronger, and I thought she would be the one to stay back, defend the country after everything is said and done. But after chapter 1021, going into my own headspace, I kind of thought that we actually might see a change to that and get a funny gag out of it. So what caused this to change is the fact that Momo is about to sacrifice 20 years of his childhood to become older, to protect the capital and get Luffy back up to the rooftop in a fast manner, so that way he can conduct the final match with Kaido. That is a tall order to do, but if we think about it and just take everything as is, if it flows the way we're currently thinking, Momo gets older, he's going to be a lot stronger, he's going to require some training for Haki, potential coding, Conqueror's coding if he has it, but he's going to need more training, and he's still going to have the mind of the 8-year-old, and that is somebody who you don't want fully running your country. But depending on how Oda writes him, and if he gets good enough physical capabilities, he will be able to defend the country at least, and be able to use some semi-good techniques until he learns furthermore on how to control Haki and everything. But he's going to have some good sword techniques, he's going to have his dragon form, he's going to be a force he's going to be a small force to reckon with as far as defensive measures go. But as far as logistically for everything that's running it, I believe it's going to be kind of a dual leadership role at Wano, which kind of fits Wano having a full revolution and changing its current ways of how everything was. And that's where I believe Yori is going to step in, and she's going to be the brains behind Wano and leading it. She has lived her full 26 years as it is. So even though Momo is older than her and is going to be physically stronger, he's still going to have the mind of that child, whereas she will be able to process things a little better and have a more mature decision-making process when it comes to things. And that leaves Yamato being out of the fray, and Yamato has been spouting, hey, she wants to be part of Straw Hats. She's going to be able to defend Wano from everything, and at the same time, all three of them want to free Wano and open up its borders again. So if they're going to open up the borders, how is one to protect it? Well, in this case, with it being a fresh country that's now open to everybody, you're going to need a strong home front, and you're going to need a strong presence to the rest of the world. And I think that's going to be Yamato's role, because she's going to be she's strong now, so she's going to be a huge wrecking force. And her putting Wano on her back and showing this is what Wano is capable of, this is the results of coming from Wano, this is the strength of the people of Wano, that she's going to be able to portray that. And that's gonna, and her being with the Straw Hat Pirates is also going to put a stamp on it as don't go to Wano, because there's going to be a lot of smoke if you want to try to take it over. Pretty much the short story on that one. And then so it's going to be, and it's going to be symbolic as well. So you're going to have the supposed to be Shogun, which was Odin, and then you're going to have the one that took over, and that's kind of the two strongest individuals that came across, well, two of the three strongest individuals that came across Wano that we really know of for sure. Two of a lot of the people that have been in Wano but have a strong presence in Wano. There's three of them. You have Ryuma, Kaido, and Odin. And Kaido's heir, child, and you have Odin's children coming together to protecting Wano. And I think that's very symbolic of a revolution and how things have changed in Wano as well. It sheds some light on the growth of the world and something that they actually wanted to do to make a change with everybody. And another reason furthermore why Yamato is going to be joining the Straw Hats is because when they actually go to Elbaf, we have to think about what Elbaf is centered around, could be centered around. You have these giants who are very Norse-like, and with that we gotta bring in Norse mythology. One thing that we don't normally see in animes are characters with the same name that are repeated, like truly the same name. So with that being said, we would either have to see another Odin, which therefore kind of confuses the plot line, or if Yamato's still going on his bout that she is Odin, and maybe this is a game that she probably finds herself identity here, but maybe as joking around, kind of like how the rest of the Straw Hat Pirates do, she claims herself to be Odin still. When they get to Elbaf, Usopp is gonna be tight with the giants, because that's a race that he's been looking forward to. But then you have Odin, the leader of the gods in Norse mythology, on the Straw Hat ship, because you already have Loki, who is evil there, which is normal Loki stuff, but you're gonna have Odin on the ship coming to take care of business in Elbaf. We're all assuming it's going to be Blackbeard, but there's going to be some form of freedom. Usually there's a sense of freeing something when it comes to the Straw Hats fight, so something is going to go down as far as freedom there once we get to Elbaf. But you're going to have Odin, aka Yamato, coming with the Straw Hats, and that's going to be a gag, and the giants there are going to praise Yamato for being Odin and carrying themselves as such. And if she does have what we believe from her fights of being able to stand with Kaido, Conqueror's Haki, then not only is her name Odin, jokingly, then afterwards she has Conquerors, Color of the Spring Kings. Odin is a king, so that's further evidence to the fact that she is going to have Conqueror's coding. Well, not Conqueror's coding, but be in Elbaf, carry herself as the supreme being to the giants there at Elbaf. And now we have somebody to fill in Odin, we have somebody that is Loki, we're missing a potential Thor, but that could be later revealed later on. That gives Yamato a purpose moving forward directly into the next major arc of Elbaf. And I think that is going to be a reason why Oda keeps Yamato with the Straw Hats and moves forward with everything. And if you guys want to see me continue to move forward, A, I want to say thank you guys. We got to 2K subs. I forgot to say it in the beginning, but B, go down and hit that like button if you guys enjoy this. Make sure to leave your thoughts in the comment section. That is going to be it for today's video. I'm out of here.